29 terrorists eliminated in just 48 hours. This is Nigeria News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how Operation Hadin Kai troops executed a devastating precision strike, the secret intelligence that made it possible, and what this means for the future of the insurgency in Nigeria's north. Meet the soldiers of Operation Hadin Kai. For years, they've been locked in a brutal war against Boko Haram and ISWAP. But this weekend, something changed. Between Saturday, February 21st, and Sunday, February 22nd, 2026, they launched coordinated strikes across two states. The result? A decisive blow, but here's the twist. This wasn't just a random firefight. This was a surgical operation based on high-level intelligence, and it reveals a terrifying truth about how these terrorists are still operating. The media information officer, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Yuba, confirmed the operations. They took place in three key locations: Lamashari village in Yobe State's Gudba local government area, and the forward operating bases at Limankara and Kukawa in Borno State. Lamashari village wasn't chosen at random. Intelligence identified it as a key terrorist logistics hub, a place where weapons, ammunition, and supplies were being stockpiled. In the early hours of Sunday, February 22nd, troops moved in. They acted on intelligence backed by surveillance and reconnaissance platforms. This was a precision strike designed to cripple the enemy's ability to resupply. But here's what nobody's talking about: the sheer coordination. While one unit hit Lamashari, another was facing a direct assault. Terrorists attempted to infiltrate the forward operating base at Limankara. They came under fire. But the troops, in synergy with members of the Civilian Joint Task Force, did something brilliant. They outflanked the attackers. They cut off their withdrawal routes. During the ensuing firefight, 15 terrorists were neutralized right there. Scores more fled with gunshot wounds. That's 15 in Gujba. Meanwhile, up in Kukawa, Borno State, another 14 terrorists were killed in separate operations. That brings the total to 29 neutralized in one weekend. 29. Lieutenant Colonel Yuba said this demonstrates the military's clear combat superiority and sustained pressure on terrorist enclaves. But let's zoom out. This is part of a pattern. Recall that troops recently ambushed a major Boko Haram and ISWAP logistics convoy in Sajiri and Kayamla communities, also in Borno. They disrupted the movement and killed scores. This isn't isolated, it's a strategy. Hit their supplies, hit their fighters, keep them off balance. And the implications are huge. For years, these groups have used the vast terrain of the north as a safe haven. But coordinated, intelligence-led strikes like this shrink that space. They make every move risky. However, here's the controversial part. Despite these successes, the threat persists. These groups adapt. They flee and regroup. The military wins battles, but can it win the war? Some say these operations prove the tide is turning. Others point out that the ability of terrorists to still mount coordinated attacks on forward operating bases shows a resilient enemy. The tension is clear: victory versus a forever war. So what does this mean for every Nigerian? It means the fight is ongoing but evolving. It means our soldiers are leveraging better intelligence. It means communities, through the Civilian Joint Task Force, are standing up. But it also means we cannot become complacent. 29 terrorists are gone. But their ideology remains. The military's success this weekend is undeniable. A logistics hub disrupted, an infiltration attempt repelled, 29 enemies eliminated. The strategy of sustained pressure is working. But the ultimate question remains: is decimating their ranks enough to end this conflict for good? Do you think these precision strikes will finally break Boko Haram's back, or is this just another chapter in a long and brutal war? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Nigeria News Update today for more breaking security news.